What's happening?
Oh, just another day in paradise. How about you?
Oh, tell me about it, John. Any
Yeah,
new? Any news?
no. So Mackie, I think, has been on vacation or some shit all week because I haven't seen him around the courthouse at all.
Yeah.
So I haven't talked to him at all this week.
Okay.
But they have sent me, his assistants have sent me twice this week copies of that deferred agreement.
I'm not interested in no agreements with them anymore, John.
I get that. I'm just telling you what's going on. They sent me these, two different people sent me copies of the deferred agreement this week, unprompted. I didn't ask for them. I don't know why the fuck they did that.
Yeah. John, I can honestly tell you right now, they should actually be very concerned about what I can do to them for this. And actually, I'm pretty confident I don't even have to appear in their court anymore by law. They broke ex parte communication laws, and that jeopardizes my defense on everything I got going on. And that's what this is really all about. By them taking advantage of me, that motherfucker Smelter fucking asked me through fucking Jewel, uh his court clerk, right? We were talking back and forth through him, and she asked me to bring in the copy of my evidence. And the biggest kicker to me is, John, these fuckers sit and think they can fucking lie to me and say they didn't ask for it to me. Yeah, they can't even justify their own reasoning for giving me a letter. If I just brought it in for no fucking reason, right? Why would they give me a letter that I'd have to wait to get it back? It's that cut and dry. You know what I mean? There would be absolutely no right to hold on to my evidence if they weren't reviewing it. And I know they have because Judge Smelter has made comments that indicate that they have by him saying he would want to limit my information. But, dude, I have gone through every fucking police report. Is that you?
Yeah, sorry, that's my computer.
I've gone through every police report, and even today, I just called my mom out. On September 25th, dude, I was in the middle of fucking nowhere. I really didn't even know where I was. Get this, John. I'm sitting out in the middle of the woods with my cat, right? I'm buried in the woods, right? I think I sent you the picture. Dude, I felt so dumb. For a minute, I thought I was like witnessing a new species, right? I fucking pull out my phone to take a picture of what I think is like some kind of new little glowworm, right? I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm sitting there laughing to myself. What the hell is this light? And then it hits me. And I sit there and I'm like, oh fuck. I know what it was. You know what I mean? It was low infrared, green sight scopes, night vision.
Sure.
And that's what it reflects. And the picture I caught 6, 7 lights on me. In the picture that I took. I stood up, John. I said, listen, motherfuckers. I said, get the fuck out of here and quit worrying about me. I said, go fucking spend time with your guys' family, you know. I said, I ain't doing shit to nobody, but my mom, I gotta plug my phone in quick, it's dying. Has completely falsified these police reports and these statements, and she makes a comment in there that I'm sitting there texting her, is it okay if I die tonight or some shit, right? When I called her out today, I said, give me copies of those texts. You know what I mean? She won't give me them. Because she can't, John, because I never even talked to her at these times. This shit's running real deep, John, and I already know. Like, somebody better jump on board with me and shut this shit down. Like, this should be done at this point in time. They should know better. Cal Tyson's already discredited. He said, he lied on the stand. He said Samantha Gregory called, right? That day for the probable cause hearing. It doesn't matter what the fuck it is. The whole point about it is it's all about their character and the history of them discrediting themselves through the police reports compared to the video logs that I have of the audio and our interactions together. I've been telling these motherfuckers the whole entire time that these things are going on, these problems in my family. Okay? I have text communications through my daughter, through my family, of them just constantly harassing her, asking her what they're doing, telling her they're going to do shit like antagonizing me, set me off. and her begging them not to, silly things like this. And the big kicker, John, is for months I was reporting to him that my kids are like doing shit to set me up and antagonizing me, right? Okay? And this is something I had dealt with for 4 years, John, with my kid doing this since 2017. They started this shit when I was living with my sister. Back then, there's certain things that only could have happened or been achieved with the help of Savannah. Things like them getting in my phone. Savannah would have been the only one that knew my passcode to the phone, right? So it was either her who deleted certain text messages back then for them. It's pretty irrelevant at this point, but things like my safe keys going missing, the phone records being manipulated while I'm staying there and stuff, you know. Um, and these behaviors have honestly carried on through my daughter, where she kind of gets her rocks off on it. You know what I mean? And honestly, I've felt horrible to accuse her of doing these things, right? Because in my heart, like, I knew she was doing it, but I really didn't have any proof, right? And I know it sounds crazy, but
you don't want to believe it either.
no, you don't. That's the biggest kicker about it. You don't want to believe this shit, especially when it's happening to you. That's how real it is. That's the biggest thing for me. You don't want to believe this is real, but this shit is real, John. My kid is in such fucking denial of who she is and who's done what to who here, where I'm not mad at my kid, John. I don't blame her. I, I don't hold her responsible for none of it, because it is the shit talking, the shit feeding, the things they put in her head about me that brought her down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really deep, man. And dude, I need you to write the courts and get them to understand they need to reopen this fucking family matter. If Mackie ain't fucking honoring this deal, there is no fucking deal. And it's already been a long time, and I'm running out of time as far as my child being a juvenile in her youth, right? But get this, John. I honestly don't give a shit if Savannah comes home or not anymore. Because my kid chose her part. And I tried real hard to fucking fight for her. And she's lied to me this entire time, too, telling me she wants to come home. But when it comes time to talk about it, she shows her real colors and how she feels. She knew she was never coming back, John. And she told me this the night before all this shit happened on June 2nd. She said, you know, Dad, once I'm gone, I'm gone. You know, so, and then the other thing is, dude, through going through all the police reports, the 6/1/10/20 incident where Matt Benru, this is all crimes, dude. You do not fucking call 911 to report an update on a fucking goddamn closed chips case matter as a social worker. You know what I mean? They're not supposed to communicate about it. It's a further evidence of an act of conspiring. But where Benru made his mistake that put me onto him was he put the incident date as 6/1, and that lines up with behaviors and the actions that the police took that day. I mean, you got to understand, Wade Schilting's here in 40 seconds, right?
Yep.
How the fuck is that possible? Period. Okay, me and my kid are in my apartment for less than 2 minutes. Um, John, before I got out of the car that day, I checked both my pockets in front of them, right? Okay, I need you to know, like, this is pure truth, man. Okay, I checked all my pockets. I was going to buy me and my kid a new car. I was proud of myself. Whatever. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be a good day. Um, the night before I went to bed, I asked Savannah to make sure my card's on the amp. I said, okay, it's there. You know it's there. I know it's there. My money's there, right? So we both knew it was there, and I said we're not going to have any funny problems, right? Because after she had pulled the shit with putting my keys in the garbage on 131/20, I was totally onto her bullshit from there on out. She tried multiple times to hide my items and things, where it got to the point, John, where I could just call it. One night she put my phone in a pizza box, had me ripping up my room again. That was the problem, you know. So imagine being guilt tripped by your family for shit you shouldn't have felt bad for, that you knew your kids should have been held accountable for, but continue